Hey Earth signs, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today we are going to do your new moon and Aries reading. Keep in mind these are general readings. They cannot possibly apply to every single person watching. But if you would like a personal reading, the link is always in the description box below. In case you're new to the channel, welcome. And in case you're returning, thank you for joining me again today. This is a timeless reading, which means there is no time restrictions or limits on it. Whenever you reach this reading, the messages are for you during that time frame. Typically, right? I always charge my decks with Organite pucks. This is an Organite pyramid. This is like a 7 chakra Organite pyramid. But I was just drawn to put this one on here. This is an earthy one. Of course, you guys are earth elements. And this is earthy crystals, Mookade, what is this? Carnelian and Selenite. It's a bunch of different things. I don't know. I never use this one. I always keep it around. You know, I always charge my crystals every single day. But I felt the need to do this and to use this one to charge your deck. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up before I even get into your reading. A lot of you earth signs are going to be the grounding force for people around you. And I feel like I had this message when I did the light workers reading. You have to go back into, you know, my archive. Not so far because I don't have that many videos like that. But I think it's like 2 readings ago for the earth signs. And it should say specifically like light workers. I feel like you guys were a grounding force for a lot of people around you during this time, especially with this pandemic. I feel like a lot of you guys are very grounded and people are pulling on your energy and they're needing your energy. And I feel like that's why I was drawn to put this on this deck to charge it, because your energy is being very heavily felt and a lot of people are needing you to feel your energy. Also, this is for sale at my Etsy shop. It's in the link in the description box below. For the new viewers, I just had to get that out there because, you know, I picked up the message. For the new viewers, I'm an intuitive reader. I read the traditional sense of the card, but more than anything, I'm going to give you guys some messages that I pick up intuitively. I always charge both of my decks on top of crystal Organite pucks. In doing so, it charges, balances, and aligns the energy for your reading today. I also charge both decks on top of your own personalized astrological sign card. So again, this reading is for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus individuals. And as always, I hope everyone's doing well. Currently, there are no reversals. Look at that. And I was just telling you guys, people are going to look at you like strength. At the bottom of the deck, you have strength, right? This is your clarifying deck. There are no reversals, right? In either deck. So I'm going to tell you right now, if after I shuffle, I pull any reversals, I'm going to accept them because I know that they're aligned with the energy of your reading. When I was meditating over you guys' energy, I heard the song We Are One by the band Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be this uniting force for a lot of people around you. A lot of people are panicking. A lot of people are pretty worked up right now about what's going on, especially with us, a lot of us being on lockdown. I feel like you guys are going to be a very strong grounding force, and that makes absolutely a lot of strength, a lot of sense. At the bottom of the deck, you guys have the strength card. You guys are going to be strength for a lot of people. And I keep hearing, right now I'm hearing you're going to help people hold their peace. It's interesting because you see how she has this lion's mouth. And you know what's so interesting? This is the card of Leo, right? But look at what she has on around her body. She has like earthy energy. She has plant life wrapped around her, earth sign energy. You see how plush and green this ground is, that this lion is standing on, this lion and this angelic being or this entity, right? I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be a beacon of strength, and you're telling people hold your peace. In other words, be peaceful at this time. Just be stable, be grounded, stay grounded. And a lot of you guys are going to be a grounded force for and for the people around you, right? I also can even see a lot of you all wanting to. I don't feel like a lot of you all are doing it right now, but a lot of you all are wanting to, like on social media, post messages of like just something to help people be uplifted. And I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of going back and forth about how to do it or if you want to do it. And I feel like that's a message that you should, right? I feel like that's what I'm picking up. I'm going to hold the deck down and let's see what we get at the bottom. At the bottom of the deck, yeah. Drop this burden. With that strength card, this 10 of Wands, you're telling people to drop this burden. Now I'm going to tell you also, again, this is the reading for Aries new moon, right? You see how this moon is illuminated in the background? I feel like a lot of you guys today or the next 3 days, because I always tell you guys 3 days before, during, and 3 days after a new and a full moon, a lot of things get illuminated synchronicities, psychic downloads, you know, things of that nature. You'll get messages and you'll start to feel things that you initially didn't feel like you should act on or speak about. I feel like this, I also feel like this may be a burden for you guys. Excuse me. That, you know, you're holding on to some things that you may want to say. And oh my God, yeah, definitely. Because now my throat chakra, excuse me, let me take a sip. Now my throat chakra is acting really weird. So I feel like a lot of you guys are restricting yourself and you're not speaking up. And it's time for you guys to drop this burden. It's a burden because I feel like a lot of you guys have a lot to say. Oh my God, literally, like now my throat chakra is acting ridiculous. You guys are needing to speak up. Yeah, you need to take this leap of faith with the Fool card right next to it. And you see how the Ten of Wands is walking right in the direction of this Fool card. You need to take a leap of faith. In other words, you need to step out of the box and speak in a way that you don't usually speak. And I know this to be true because look in the background. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Look in the background. There's a moon. You have that moon there too. Keep in mind the Fool card is the card of Aries. Look at that moon. This is the card of Aries. This is a reading for the Aries new moon. You guys are needing to step outside the box. I feel like a lot of you guys want to talk about social issues. And you kind of been holding it to yourself. And that's why you had this Ten of Wands. Most definitely. Okay, so the song that I told you I heard, We Are One. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. And it's going to take you directly to the song. I want you to listen to it because it's strong. It definitely ties into this reading. And in the song, he's talking about, you know, unification, right? And I feel like a lot of you guys have some strong viewpoints and a lot of you guys have some strong knowledge about what's going on, especially you guys are earth signs. A lot of you guys have strong knowledge in regards to our environment and how things are affecting our environment right now. And you're needing to take that leap of faith and speak on it. I feel like a lot of you all don't feel comfortable speaking on certain topics because you don't want to be perceived a certain way. I'm hearing that. Look at that. But if you do it, you're going to have a positive outcome. Six of Wands, victory. Also, this is the second Wands card. You know, you had the, what was it, the Nine of Wands or the Ten of Wands. And then now you have the Six of Wands. So some of you guys can have fire sign placements. Leo, Sag, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Most definitely, possibly Leo, because we did see the Strength card at the bottom of your clarified deck. That's Leo. And then, you know, again, Wands is fire sign. That's Leo. So some of you guys can have Leo placements, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in your chart. Most definitely. I'm not feeling like this is anything specifically with love. Yeah. A lot of you guys got some fire sign placements in your chart. More fire sign energy. But also, we're pulling this card again. Look at how I shuffle again. You guys watched it. They're telling you to take a leap of faith and communicate. You got an Eight of Wands, fastest moving, you know, not fast moving in the deck, but fast moving communication right next to the Fool card. And I just told you, I feel like a lot of you guys are needing to relay messages. Most definitely. You need to take that leap of faith. I feel like there's a lot of you out there who have a sense of fear. Oh my goodness. I know it's fear because literally my throat chakra is like every couple of words I'm needing to clear it. Clear my throat. Look at that. Most definitely. Because now the Eight of Wands is in reverse. I literally just did 3 readings, had absolutely no problems. Now I have this soreness in my throat and it's just kind of, it feels weird. Because a lot of you guys want to speak on topics, but I really feel like for a lot of you all, it's image. Because also with the Strength card, that's ego. Oh, okay. And then also, look at how she's holding the mouth. Like this may be, okay, absolutely. This is you guys. Again, I just acknowledge the fact that, look at that. She has this plant life on her. That's earthy energy. And you see how she's closing or keeping this lion's mouth closed. Strength. You're holding yourself back from speaking on something. Kind of being fearful. And it's ego based. Wow. Wow. That's a big message for you guys. Look at that. At the bottom of the deck. You had the Ace of Wands reversed. The Ace of Wands is a brand new start. very passionate, very straightforward, powerful. A lot of you guys definitely have fire placements in your chart. This is definitely an earth sign reading, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, but some of you guys have earth sign placements in your chart. And if you don't, I mean fire sign, and if you don't have fire sign placements in your chart, keep in mind this is a new moon in Aries, which is a fire sign. They're telling you to be tenacious and be fiery at this time. And a lot of you guys are being fearful of it and don't want to speak on topics and matters right now because you're worried about you're worried about how you're being perceived. You have the Empress card as your general energy. This is the card of Taurus, also Libra. Also, always get Aries energy with this also. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, with the Empress, this is a powerful person. Male or female, doesn't matter. This person is powerful. This person is watching things come full circle. This person has a strength about them that they're not going to allow things to go unattended to. You know, you're not going to allow your voice not to be heard. But if you look how she's looking, okay. She looks very like she's questioning a lot. Like she's thinking through what it is that she wants. She's thinking deeply about something before she reacts and responds to it. That's what she's doing. Very introspective. And then I feel like this is, you guys want to speak about things that's going on in the world right now. You have the World card. I just said that earlier in the reading. A lot of you guys want to speak on what's going on in the world, topics. Again, got this moon in the background, right? A lot of you guys want to speak on topics. And I'm going to tell you, as the cards are on the table, look how the World card is looking in the direction of this Empress. You're needing to speak. And you guys seen when I did the shuffling that there are reversals. Both of these cards came up, right? You're needing to speak out. I feel like you guys don't feel like you have a following or a platform, but I'm going to tell you something. Definitely. A lot of you guys don't feel like you know what platform. Look at how she's standing on this platform. A lot of you guys don't feel like you have the platform to speak on certain topics. Let me tell you something. If it's 5 people, it doesn't matter. If you literally have 5 people who follow you, okay, it could be 2 people of those 5 who will share your link, who will share your information, who will share, something that you are relaying. And that just that quickly, it could spread like wildfire. No pun intended, especially dealing with what we're going through. But literally, hell, that's a perfect example. You have some messages and you're needing to speak on it. She's thinking a lot about a situation. But doing all that thinking without action, you need to put forth action. Look how she's jumped. Like she's in movement. She's ready to put some action into something. Look at that. Her hair is blowing in the wind. Because she's ready to go. And you're needing to do the same. We're going to hold the deck down and part it. But you're in your head about it. Absolutely. And what's funny, because when I shuffle this, I've seen this multiple times. You are in your head about it. And it's self-imposed fears. Because, the source cards is about the thoughts, the communication. And you're binded. And that's just like how that, the strength card, how the woman had the lion's mouth. You're self-binding. Because you're fearful. You see how she's blindfolded? You're fearful. Now keep in mind, look at her. All these swords are behind her. There's nothing in front of her. Even though she's blindfolded and tied, she can walk forward and out of this situation. This is self-imposed, okay? As we part the deck, come on. As we part the deck so that we can shuffle the 5 of Cups. Again, I'm going to say somebody feels fearful. And I'm hearing the word daunting. That's not even the word that I use. Somebody feels like it's a daunting task to speak on certain topics, right? And if you look at it, the Cups is about emotions. Somebody doesn't feel like they're emotionally ready to deal with, because when you put things out there, right? Just like, for example, me as a reader on YouTube, I could put things out there and I get messages and comments all the time like, this doesn't apply to me, this doesn't make sense, things like that. You have somebody feels like their skin isn't tough enough to deal with comments or how people will, receive them. That's what I'm hearing. So they're fearful. They're being fearful. They don't feel as though they have a tough skin, right? You see how he's hiding in his cloak and he's, head is down. His head is not held high at all. Even with this Empress, she's an Empress, but her head isn't held high. It's going downwards, but look at the World card. Look how high her head is. She's very sure of herself, very agile, certain. Even as the Empress, and this is you guys' energy, you're kind of questioning things. And unfortunately, that won't do you any good when I feel like a lot of you guys have some very important messages to give to the masses. And again, I'm going to say, even if it's just messages of, words of encouragement, I feel like a lot of you guys feel like you don't want to even speak on topics. Look at that. Most definitely. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. The pages are messengers. It's coming up in reverse, and it's Pentacles. This is you guys' energy. And right next to it, the Justice card. The Justice card in reverse is about lack of balance. You don't feel like you can give these messages. It's a lot of fear energy. But I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of you all have the ability to bring some type of calm and peace, because look at her. She looks very peaceful and tranquil. Her energy is very peaceful. I feel like if you fear how you're going to be perceived, a lot of people are going to be receptive of you because you come off as very peaceful and calm, and you have a calming energy to you, but you also have a strength to you. Even though she's small and her frame is petite, she has an agile and powerful, forceful energy about her. And that's how earth signs are, very stable. Look at that. At the bottom of the deck, now you have the Page of Pentacles upright. I feel like a lot of you guys you may even be coming here, Six of Wands in reverse. A lot of y'all may even be coming here to get confirmation about what you should do. The Moon card, it came out sideways. Now, I'm going to tell you again, this is a new moon in Aries reading. So with this coming out sideways, I'm picking up that a lot of you guys, and as I just said, that the time is 1717, confirmation. With this coming out the sideways, I feel like during this time, you are going to be questioning, during the time of the new moon, right? You're going to be questioning whether or not you should put yourself out there. Now, keep in mind, new moons are about things that you want to bring into your life. Full moons are about things that you want to release from your life. So this new moon could provoke a new sense of self, to where now you are ready to step outside of that box. She's definitely outside of the box. You're ready to step outside of that box and display yourself in a way that you weren't typically. And as I say that now, my throat chakra is getting completely clear. Look at that. Wow, look at that. You guys seen it pop up? Queen of Pentacles, you guys' energy. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Look at that. So with the World card and then it being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles upright, look at that. The Queen of Pentacles is facing in the direction of the World card. It is time for you to change. It's time for you to move forward. And displays, it's something with communication and how you speak to the masses. It doesn't have to be on this big, massive platform. Again, I'm being drawn to the platform, but I feel like social media is a very powerful tool. You all know this. You're looking at social media right now. Social media is a very powerful tool, and I think a lot of you guys are fearful about how you may be perceived. Again, look at her. She's looking down at this pentacle. She's looking down. I feel like what you guys are looking down at, you guys are looking at how you be perceived, and there's fear around that. But you need to be fearless. Even with this moon, look at the moon. He's looking downwards, just like how she is. And just like how she is. It's uncertainty. That looking down, there's an uncertainty. This pentacle is your energy. You're like, do I want to really extend my energy and speak out about things? And I feel like it's about global issues. I feel like a lot of you guys want to say things about what's going on in the world. And a lot of you guys are fearful about it. Some of you guys could even want to start YouTube channels or, something on Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform that you fancy. whatever platform is your favorite. I feel like a lot of you guys want to speak out on topics, most definitely about the world, something about what's going on right now. But a lot of you guys are feeling like, it could harm you. Because with this Wheel of Fortune popping up in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune is about positivity, something moving forward in a positive way. With it coming up in reverse, I think a lot of you guys are feeling like it may harm you in some way. You may feel like somehow it could harm your job, your current job, or it could harm your image, right? The Wheel of Fortune, it can harm your image. I feel like a lot of you guys are concerned with. Because think about it, you have the Empress here, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles here. That's somebody who is typically seen as a high stature, or you could even be in a position, a managerial position, and you feel like speaking on certain things would make you seem biased, and you want to come off as unbiased, right? You don't want to come off as judgmental. You don't want to come off as, I have to say it because I'm hearing this. You don't want to come off as a conspiracy theorist, because I feel like a lot of you all have some things to say that is not a typical message. And you don't want to come off a certain way. I feel very strongly like it's image based, because again, look at her image. Look how she's dressed, she's donned in these beautiful, elegant, attire assortments, right? Somebody is fearful about how they're being seen. That's the message that I'm picking up for a lot of you earth signs. But I feel like you're going to be well received if you do speak out, because there's always somebody who needs your message. Just as you're watching my message right now, there's somebody who needs your message. Even if it's on a smaller scale, somebody needs your message, and you're needing to put yourself out there, because it's going to be well received. And that's really what I pick up for you guys. Okay? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individuals, as always, I ask that you continue to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye.